Namaste. Welcome, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here today. My name is Kristyn Rose, and I am so honored to be your guide. In this video, I'll be guiding you through a yoga asana or posture clinic to explore Baddha Konasana. Baddha Konasana, sometimes referred to in English translation as bound angle or cobbler's pose. And so for today's experience, I'll invite you to reach for your journal, a pen, maybe your manual. As well, I have with me today a bolster, 2 blocks, a blanket, and of course a yoga mat. Now, if you don't have all of these at home, that's okay too. You can always get creative with your at-home props, but these are really just here so that I can offer room for modifications and variations so that you can find the full expression of this posture that feels best for you and your body. This is a really beautiful posture, a nice deep hip opener that can be offered in a more passive or even an active variation, which we will explore. And so when you are ready, we'll find a comfortable seated position together here on our mats. And so it can feel nice and supportive to take a folded blanket underneath your seat. I like to accordion style fold just a thin blanket to provide a little bit of extra support under the sitting bones. Again, this is optional. And then let's begin by extending the legs out nice and long. As you arrive here, you might feel called to just give the knees a little bit of a shake. And then from seated, begin to bend the knees. Bring the knees and the ankles together. And then take the knees open wide like the wings of a butterfly. And bring the soles of the feet into touch. You can interlace your fingers, really snuggle your feet into this cup of your palms. Sit up nice and tall. Allow the shoulders to fall down and away from the ears. And allow the knees to become heavy. It might feel good to sort of flutter the knees a little bit up and down, like the wings of a butterfly, just sort of easing into this shape. This can help sort of relieve any sort of lingering tension around the hips and the low back. And then when you feel complete, just settle into stillness. Now you might feel called to take blocks underneath your knees or thighs. And please remember your blocks have 3 different heights that you can utilize. So you can use blocks, you can use pillows, you can take support underneath the knees. And in this posture, I always really love to explore different variations with the location of the feet. So the closer you draw the heels into the body, the deeper the stretch you will find in the inner upper thighs. What I like to refer to more as a short-winged butterfly. Or you can take the feet further away from the body, like the shape of a long-winged butterfly. And this brings more sensation into the outer hips and the low back. So you might explore both variations and just see what really feels best for your body. And as you settle into stillness, this is a beautiful opportunity to weave in a little bit of a foot massage. So in my personal practice, I like to introduce a little bit of Abhyanga or self-massage in this posture. It's a great time where you can just take your thumbs to the inner arches, the soles of your feet, offer a little bit of pressure. Just a nice dusting of self-love. You are welcome to stay seated up nice and tall. If you're feeling called to dive in a little bit deeper, you can hinge forward at the hips and introduce a forward fold, as if you were attempting to draw your navel towards the inner arches of your feet. For more of an active variation, you can use your elbows here to gently press your thighs down and more open. Or if you'd like this posture to be more passive, you can just let the head and the upper body hang heavy. Curve the spine. And from there, if you'd like to support the head or the neck, you can always take a block underneath your forehead. If you have a bolster at home, you can take the bolster lengthwise to support the forehead here. There's so much room for variation, so take your time. There's no rush. And just begin to settle into stillness, closing down through the eyes, relax the lower jaw. And then it just becomes a surrender to gravity. Noticing where you feel sensation in the body. So often we think that we use the body to get into a yoga pose, but we really use the pose to get into the body. So just noticing where you feel it. And then breathing down and into sensation. And we'll just be here for a few more cycles of breath. And you're always welcome to stay in any posture as long as you need. When you feel ready, just start to press the ground down and away from you. Roll the spine all the way up. Take your hands to your outer thighs. Close your knees up like a book. You can loop the arms around the knees, tuck your chin, give yourself a loving, gratifying squeeze in a moment of stillness. And in the recovery phase, you can take the hands behind you, the feet wide, and just let the knees sort of fall from side to side. Noticing whichever knee falls inward brings that hip into internal rotation. So this is a really nice counter shape. After bound angle pose or cobbler's pose, when the hips are in external rotation. And after a forward fold, it can be nice to even puff your chest out in the opposite direction. So you bring that counter shape into the spine as well. Good. So I really hope you enjoyed this short yet sweet experiential posture clinic for Baddha Konasana. You might feel called to come to your journal or your manual and just reflect upon how you feel in the physical body or throughout all of the layers of the self. Just notice what qualities this posture really instills within you. You might also take note of any sort of modifications or variations that felt really supportive for you and your body. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below, and I'm so happy to connect with you and so honored to be your guide today. Again, my name is Kristyn, and I look forward to seeing you in the next practice. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.